Hello everyone and welcome to a new update video for Ethereum. I hope that you have a nice start of the week, and we start here with Ethereum on the daily chart. After a deep analysis made before for Ethereum, we have discovered some weakness inside Ethereum in the previous cycle, starting from the previous cycle and continuing so far to this cycle. So we discovered here a 886 touch for the impulse on the wave 2, which is a very uncommon and which it might make some trouble during the impulse in the next days. And this is exactly what we saw later in the wave 4, touching the 0.618 fib level for a wave 4, which is a very weak fib level. Is not an invalidation, but as a guideline, it's a very weak fib level, and we might see this effect affecting the wave 5. As we can see, it's a very short wave 5. However, the length and the price of the wave 1 should be higher than what we saw, and this is exactly the weakness that I mentioned. However, after this impulse, we have seen a correction of 3 waves, A, B, C, down, very good, all clear, everything is fine. After all, during this bull cycle, we saw a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in yellow for Ethereum, creating kind of a diagonal or maybe a 1, 2, 1, 2, but this is still to figure out later on in the next analysis. However, the most possibility now is for a double 1, 2, for a diagonal, making a wave 1 in green already and expecting a wave 2 to the downside after it. So after seeing those 5 waves forming the wave 1, we are expecting a wave 2 going to the fib level between 2100 and 1560, which is the most common area for a wave 2 and the best area that a wave 2 can start with. After this, we are expecting a bull trend towards the upside, forming a wave 3, 4, and 5. Inside this wave 2, we now see a formation of an ABC, potential ABC, where we can see exactly here 3 waves down, 3 waves up, and we are expecting a wave C with an impulsive wave C towards the downside, reaching the wave 2 as expected. Inside this wave C now, we can see also the formation of several 1, 2, 1, 2 inside it, making a bigger 1, 2 here, and potentially starting this impulse towards the downside. Of course, when we start with the main wave 3, we are expecting a small 1, 2 first to start inside it, as we see now, and a 3, 4, and 5 forming the wave 3 of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is exactly what we want to see. So don't get trapped with the bull run that it happens in the last few hours. That's still a big potential of a bearish scenario. If we go to the 1 hour chart for Ethereum, and we see here exactly what it could happen. So we have 2 scenarios that it could happen here. However, I'm still expecting a wave 5, much more possibility for a wave 5 after an impulse. However, what happened during the weekend or the latest hours, we were seeing here in the wave 5, okay, in the wave 5 or the wave C, what we are expecting here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. During the 2 here, we saw that we're having A, B, and C, right? That because we couldn't reach any wave 5 after reaching a wave 4, touching the 0.618 fib level and invalidating an impulse in this time, right? Another weakness for Ethereum that we saw in the last few days, and it has invalidated the impulse towards the upside that we were expecting here, right? We were expecting 1, 2 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, but suddenly the wave 4 went down and touched this fib level and invalidate the impulse. After all, we have seen some rejection again after. This is very normal. After invalidating an impulse, we're still gonna see some upside, but it will not be very impulsive, right? Even if it looks like so. But I see here only 3 waves. And with these 3 waves now, if we have an impulse starting from here, 1, 2, and 3, 4, expecting a wave 4 and 5, now the wave 4 has pushed higher, okay, touching again the 0.618 web level for Ethereum, which it might also invalidate the impulse towards the downside. Therefore, it doesn't mean that we don't expect further downside, but that means this can transform to a different pattern than an impulse. So it can transform to something like A, B, and C, right? Which is coming from here as an A, B, and then C, forming a new impulse after all right, for a wave C inside this flat. Okay, so this is what we might see, guys. Be careful, of course, with Ethereum. It's very tricky. We see a lot of 0.618 for most of the wave 4 in the impulses. We see a lot of invalidations of impulses, and that is kind of more weakness, right? More weakness for Ethereum. However, here this invalidation, unfortunately, it makes it worse, right? So, I mean, because the invalidation of the impulse towards the downside, if that was like the wave 4, we could just have one wave 5 and finish that impulse, right, towards the downside. But now, by invalidating this impulse and creating a zigzag A, B, and C, the C might goes down even more with exactly this amount again, right? So we can say nothing has changed, but it added a little bit few more prices towards the downside. Okay, so expect that, guys. Sorry for Ethereum. As I said before, the weakness is very clear, and we see some strengths in Solana much more. And again, I will mention it again. I think Ethereum is going to lose its rank in altcoins, and it might be the second after Solana soon. Right, so because Solana, I'm sorry, but it's we saw it in the previous videos that it's pushing higher and higher and higher. It's almost like doing some patterns like Bitcoin, okay, while Ethereum is totally something else now. We might see some return, of course. I'm not saying that Ethereum is getting destroyed, of course not. I'm not that negative also. As we spoke in our daily chart, our daily scenario, we are expecting a wave 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. So we might see some weakness for now, but later on it might surprise us. Okay, it might surprise us. So don't be so negative on it. Alright, guys, so that was it for Ethereum. I hope that you liked the update. If you did, please press the like button. If you did not subscribe, please subscribe to support the channel, and that I can continue providing those videos for you every day. And thank you for watching. Have a nice day. See you in the next video.